Here's an extremely powerful indicator that you can add to your charts right now to make sure you're trading with the trend and finding excellent entries. It's called Anchored VWAP, and it's free on most platforms. It measures the volume-weighted average price from any key inflection point in the market you're trading. Number one, for a day one earnings swing trade, anchor the VWAP from the earnings release candle and use the VWAP as a way to manage the trade. Here's Oracle on a 15-minute chart from last quarter's earnings announcement. And when I take this trade as part of my system, I trail my stop with the anchored VWAP from the earnings announcement. As long as the stock closes above the VWAP, the buyers from the news event remain in control, and this means stay long. Number two, anchored VWAP from a significant breakout day and use it as a guide to buy pullbacks within the trend. Here's the NVIDIA 500 breakout from the beginning of this year on a daily chart. Notice how well the stock gets bought every time it tests the VWAP from the breakout. It doesn't always do this, but when it does, well, that's the sign of a strong stock. Buyers remain in full control since the breakout, even on these big pullbacks. And you can use these areas of interest to set up long trades. If you haven't heard of Brian Shannon, check out his work. He's an SMB friend and the master of using anchored VWAPs to his advantage. When he keys in on these levels, he likes to say something like, don't buy the dip, buy strength after the dip. This is a great way to execute these pullback buys when they come down to an area of interest. Number three, anchor the VWAP from a significant swing low or high and use it as a guide on a pullback. Here's a SPY daily chart. The VWAP is anchored from the August 5th low, which was a significant market-wide volatility event and a significant swing low. Notice how the pullback in September tests this anchored VWAP and gets bought. This means the buyers are in control since the August low was put in. We can use this level to set up a long trade. Or if we're trading more actively, we can use this context to understand that buyers are in control of the dominant trend. And we can use this analysis on shorter time frames, as we can see here on a 1-minute chart, SPY and TLT from today into the close. And now for the little trick. When I anchor VWAP from a swing low, I plot a VWAP that calculates the volume-weighted average price of the lows of each candle instead of the average of each candle. And similarly, when I anchor VWAP from a swing high, I plot a VWAP that calculates using the highs of each candle. This adjusts the VWAP up or down about half an ATR and gives me a much better idea of where the stock should trade down to or up to if it's going to respect the VWAP. It's a subtle difference, but can make a big difference in a systematic trading strategy. And I code this so that it automatically plots this way from significant swings in the market.